After about a week break, I can finally welcome you all back to everyone's favorite show, Skyterran 2 Grandmaster. Our MMR is gonna be actually higher than I thought, 5,095. Can we make 5.2k today? Let's find out. Alright, first game of the day is going to be against Snake, a 5-2 Zerg. The name actually sounds familiar, but I'm not quite sure if we played against him or I just remember seeing him in GM or anything like that, but we'll see. Hopefully it was not with Skyterran, because then I would have forgotten what he did. Now, I do have to admit, since it's been a while, about 10 days since I recorded a Skyterran episode, I'm gonna be a little bit rusty. I'm not quite sure what the last strategy is that we tried, though to be fair, at this point, we have probably tried most of it. Ooh, I actually have a pretty cool idea. This just came into my mind out of nowhere. Since I'm not allowed to make that many early game units, maybe it's actually a really good idea to just wall off my natural to begin with. I'm not sure if I could defend roaches though, but I guess we'll see. I feel like this kind of build is never common because I feel like Terrans just figured out walling off your main and, you know, getting your second CC at X timing, third CC at that timing, making the Hellions. Everyone kind of figured out how to defend everything anyway and be fine. But sometimes you'll see some more creative Terrans. I think Special comes to mind when I think about people that do this wall off on the low ground. And it definitely has some advantages. A big advantage that you have here. On a map this big, it doesn't really matter that much, but your Reaper is actually just a few seconds faster. So if you play this on a small map, where the Reaper is already fast, it's gonna arrive at a super sick timing where it just gives you, you know, 3 to 5 extra seconds to kill drones. Which could just be the difference in tilting the Zerg or not, you know? Like, you never know what's gonna happen. And at the same time, you do have the wall of up on your natural, so if you're gonna be greedy, your natural is probably gonna be safe. Now, there's definitely some downsides. The first thing I can think of is if you play against Ravagers, they'll just be able to destroy your wall with a bunch of corrosive bios, and then all of a sudden you're probably not going to be so excited anymore that you have the wall on the low ground going. But we'll see. I don't think I've actually really done this in any of my challenges so far. Not quite sure why it's taken me so long, but I guess here we are. And now we're going to see whether I should keep doing this or not. I actually do usually do this when I play 3-Rax Reaper. So I think in that one episode where I cheesed every game in the ESL Open Cup, I definitely walled the low ground with some barracks, but it's a slightly different situation. If you're going to make a bunch of barracks, you might as well wall the low ground anyway, because you get the buildings really fast. I really wonder how the timings work out, by the way. Is my factory going to be in time to block a pull for Zerglings? Ooh, well, I mean, there we are. I think it's actually going to be in time here, which is pretty sick. It means he's not going to get in, but he might be able to... what's it called? Oh, please don't die. RNG? No RNG luck today. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna have to bring an SCV all the way back. And since he's continuing with the Zerglings, I feel pretty comfortable in saying that we are being cheesed. Elsie would try to save these Zerglings, but he's giving them to us for free. So this is most likely going to be a cheese against us here. Actually going to pull an extra bunker as well. And if I recall correctly, the last time we were doing Skyterran episodes, I think we were discussing whether I should be allowed to make 5 Marines max or have 5 Marines all the time. I think if we get cheesed here, it might be a good idea to check out. Oh, he's actually going to expand, so I'm just going to make a reactor there. Didn't expect to see that third base, actually. So yeah, what I just said, you can forget about it. But I would like to experiment having 5 Marines in total, or sorry, 5 Marines at a time rather than in total. See if it, you know, works out for us. And I guess now I can already go for a faster command center. I would say we're maybe slightly behind compared to where we normally are. And the main reason is that my factory was delayed a lot because I had to bring an SCV all the way from my main to here. That was definitely a little bit of bad luck with the RNG there. You know, with 2 tries, definitely would expect to have at least one SCV pop out on the right side. But unfortunately, they both popped out, or the SCV popped out both times on the wrong side and we lost it, so that sucks. Now, should I go for... There's actually a few ways to approach this. I could go for a bunch of gases first or make multiple starports first. Now, it does depend on what strategy I'm going to go for. I think most likely going for Speed Banshees would be very cool here. Maybe Speed Banshee Viking or so would be nice. Let's get a second starport up here and then see what we're dealing with. It's a relatively fast lair by the Zerg. Now, ooh, he's actually making gases here. Okay, that is suspicious. Those gases are a little bit too fast, so that could indicate a roach attack. Which, well, he does make a lair, so what kind of attack would it really be? Like, the thing is, if he's going for Mutalisks, he shouldn't make the gases that fast, I'm pretty sure. But you never know. Some people just have different timings. Maybe he wants to play a little bit greedier and really make 15 mutas at once. Maybe it's a Nidus. It's kind of hard to predict here. How would I deal with a Nidus playing Sky Terran? Now that is another question that I'm not sure if I want to figure out the answer to, because the answer could be you do nothing against it, and that would be a little bit sad. I'm going for Speed Banshees, and I'm gonna keep scouting over and over. Because if... Ooh, that's actually... Please let me escape. No! He went for the bronze move and he got us with it. That's a little bit embarrassing, not gonna lie. That doesn't feel great. Yeah, I was gonna say I need to keep scouting over and over because I need to know if it is Mutalisks. But now I'm not gonna be able to scout again. How am I gonna manage this? I am not quite sure. Like, Mutalisk are just a super hard counter to Speed Banshees, right? So... Should I even make speed at this point? I'm not sure. Yeah, he's also gonna scout me. Okay, if I see this, I would 100% make a Spire. So now I'm gonna kind of do a little bit of a bait and switch, I think. And go for Vikings instead. Wait, that's like the third overlord that he's sending. That's a little bit crazy. I might be able to get this overstray, actually. He's not paying attention right now. So now, even if he wasn't making a Spire before, he will 100% be making a Spire now. If he's not going to make a Spire after this, he is absolutely insane. And since he is a decent GM player, I think I'm just going to assume that he's going to go for the right decision here. Now, I didn't go for a Planetary, which is probably a little bit insane on my part. Not sure how I'm going to be able to defend Zerglings like this. Oh, so he has a bunch of Roaches. Okay, that is really nice. At least those are going to be easy pickings. Still pretty sure there's going to be a Spire behind this. As you can see, he's drawing his Roaches away, which means he doesn't want to do any kind of big Roach attack. It's more of a distraction kind of thing. Reading into my opponent's unit movement here is going to be pretty useful. I think I just need to spam a bunch of Vikings, really. That's going to be my way to make it through all this. Did I cancel my speed, actually? No, I did. Oh, actually, I don't mind that, to be honest. I'm going to need to do some damage later on anyway. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, there is the Spire. I mean, I already basically confirmed it without seeing it, so that's not going to be very surprising. And I'm making 10 Vikings at once, which is going to put us in a pretty good defensive position. Now we just need to make sure to get like a plan for the end game, really. If we don't have a plan for the end game, yeah, I'm not quite sure what we're going to do. I might actually go for BCs. It's not normally my weapon of choice, but here I feel like it could be a good decision. I'm not quite sure what else I would do against someone making Mass Corruptors. I guess Vikings would be a good choice to counter those, but I'm not sure how I can deal counter damage then. I'm really going to go for my 4th base. I'm definitely playing a little bit greedy, but at the same time I'm not, because I think against a Spire, I should be able to defend even all these... Like, I'm mostly worried about stuff like Zerglings, right? Because I don't have a lot of anti-air. But against a Spire... we should be okay, right? I mean, the Vikings are going to do all the job. Doesn't matter if, you know, I don't have ground defense ready yet. What is that Spore positioning? That's actually pretty creative. I do dig that, to be honest. That's pretty cool. He has a lot of Spore Crawlers. He's making a lot of drones. So it seems like his response to this is going to be the... yeah, kind of what I would expect going for... you know, the drones pretty much. There's actually a very old saying that said... the counter to Stargate, by Protoss of course, not by Terran. The counter to Stargate is actually making hatcheries and drones, because you're gonna lose workers over and over, but you can't die on the ground. So the counter to that is to just make, you know, more drones pretty much. But I do still need a solution. I'm actually, I didn't make an upgrade yet because I was doubting between Liberators and... I have so many Vikings, holy crap. I was doubting between Liberators and Battlecruisers. Now, he does have a lot of... what was that? I guess Changeling I wanted to say. I'm not quite sure what I wanted to say. There's a lot of Changelings here, and I actually find those very annoying to kill, by the way. Or are these my Marines? No, these are actually my Marines. Oh my god. I called you traitors for no reason. I'm so sorry, Marines. If you're watching this video, Marine, I'm sorry. That's actually kind of rude. Marine's just chilling over there, following my orders. I'm like, it's fake. But it was actually just me who gave the order, so it didn't make a lot of sense. So there's more Roaches being built. That is, I would expect to see like, maybe like Infestors there or so. There's a Changeling here. Infestors or Viper, stuff like that. I didn't really expect to see Roaches, so that is a little bit surprising. There's no... Oh, there's the Infestors. Yeah, that's the late game I was afraid of. Is there... Oh, there is an Overseer here. Okay. I mean, I'll take these trades. I actually got I got a few Liberators here now. No, I'm not gonna go for that. Like, my army looks scary. But at the same time, one fungal on this and one parabomb, and then we're pretty sad, right? So, let's see. Liberator range is going to be done in just a sec. Okay. Get him, Marines. I mean, if I ever get my Liberator Siege, it's going to be a pretty smooth fight, to be fair. I kind of have to imagine there's Vipers behind this, else I don't know what is supposed to deal with my stuff. Oh, this is actually a really good position here on those libs. There we go, this is what I needed. I feel like this is actually a pretty clean Sky Terran game so far, guys. Surprisingly. And I think I actually need to get servos. Did I get an armory yet? I don't think so. So yeah, his army is basically Infestor Queen, which is, you know, a pretty good army to deal with what I have. I'm actually gonna land a few Vikings so I can kill the Spore. What is he going for behind this, though? More and more Corruptors. That's probably not gonna do the trick. I mean, I have a Planetary over here, so not really too much to worry about. And I think with this, I can actually siege forward. If I get the ramp control, he might actually be kind of screwed. Okay, so he's just going for an all-out attack. I think the Infestors are all gonna die, and I should have enough Vikings here. I think... Okay, he has a few Infestors left. Didn't look like it was that many, though, but I'm not 100% sure. I mean, it seems like we're just trading insanely well here somehow. And now these Queens are kind of left out on the open. There's a lot of Corruptors. Infestors are gonna die now. Banshees are gonna be able to take care of the Spores. Do I have enough Liberator power? It looks like I do. We're actually barely not. The Spore actually doing so much damage. I'm gonna kill the last of the Corruptors, though, which is fantastic. And now I found it. I was just gonna say, ideally now I find the Overlord hiding spot, as you will. And I'm actually gonna kill so many of those. He does have Overlord speed, though. And I don't really want to fly over all the Spores and stuff. I should have probably focused a bit more on taking bases. I don't actually have that many bases right now. Okay, there we go. Gonna kill all those like, the trades are insane, killing all those Corruptors, by the way. Like, he actually didn't even target the right Viking, so I killed so many for pretty much free. Now, I have a bunch of libs here that I'm not gonna use yet. I'm very proud of how this game is going so far, by the way. Like, this game has actually been, you know, pretty much what I envisioned and hoped for when I was playing Sky Terran against Zerg. Like, the trades have been crazy but insane. And somehow I've actually eradicated his bases on the top side as well. Now, I could probably have done a better job of getting upgrades, but, you know, in all the chaos, I'm rusty, guys. You know, I already laid out my excuses on the table before getting here, so you guys know my excuses. I'm rusty, okay? Else I would have played perfectly, of course. You guys know me. I don't make mistakes. Just kidding. Actually, I feel like I've been making more and more mistakes as I've started memeing harder and harder, but we didn't talk about that, guys. We didn't talk about that. Well, let's get some turrets up on this base. I just want to make sure that if he ever kills a base like that, he loses stuff for it. Like, killing a planetary fortress is never really pleasant, right? Because you have to sacrifice a bunch of units for it. Now, I want to see what his army is like. There's a bunch of links, but he doesn't have a single armor upgrade on the ground. I mean, I know he doesn't have melee upgrades. That makes sense, because he was playing with roaches, but he actually does not have a single armor upgrade on the ground. There we go. Probably for his air, he does have some upgrades, if I had to guess, but it didn't look too spicy to me. Now, I'm not sure if this army has enough anti-air, actually. See? He's actually gonna run away from this. Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna keep scanning. Doesn't actually seem like he wants to take this fight. At this point, since he's playing the avoiding kind of style, I should most likely be starting some more sensor towers and stuff. Get some gases up here. Get some... Ooh, I actually sent way too many SCVs down here. You guys go up there. Landed Vikings doing their job. And what does he have? I still haven't seen anything, you know? Huh. What does he actually have, then? That is worth hiding so well. That is what I'm wondering about. Oh, there we go. There are the scariest unit that you can deal with in Sky Terran. It is the Viper. So what I'm gonna do here is group my Vikings in little groups of 6. So I can one-shot the Vipers, basically. That is the plan. And then I'll just have everything here pre-split. Gonna have to land a few Vikings here, I think. But if he wants to fight this, I am actually down. That does not seem like a fantastic trade for him. And then let's see how well these units are gonna do. I mean, the Queens are all dying. That is nice. I think I need to get a few more Liberator zones up on that side. Are these Hydras gonna die? They do survive, but I have enough to lift or to land and kill them, I believe. That trade was actually crazy. I'm not even... I thought I was gonna get crushed, but I killed all of his army. But it's kind of hard to say if I just had that much more than him. Not 100% convinced that this really went my way here, but it is what it is. And I'm gonna get my If I get my Vikings on top of the Overlords, that's just a dream. Okay, I'm gonna get the target. He used the ducks instead of a parasitic bomb. Okay, that is surprising. But he does clear my army up in the end. And it's really hard to get like a big army going because it's so gas intense. I guess at this point I can probably afford to get a few more starports, go up to 8. And I do think the upgrades definitely mattered here. Like Parasitic Bomb is obviously going to dunk on air units anyway, but I probably would have fared better with some more upgrades. So we're not out of the woods here yet. I did deny this base once again, which is great. Maybe I should also be putting some turrets down here. Because I keep fighting with spores, but if I fought with turrets, I think it would also be really good for me instead. Here we go. I do only have 2 Liberators here, so I need to be very careful with this. There we go. So he has a bunch of Zerglings that are coming over. Yeah, I think I'm just going to set up here with a bunch of turrets. And that's going to make this a lot easier for me. I could also remake my Banshee squad. But Speed Banshees are a little bit of a crazy move to make if you're going up against Vipers already. Speed Banshees clump up very hard. Yeah, I think I can actually just go for this. Land all the boys. There we go. Penguin's looking good. For landed Vikings, you really want the air upgrades, by the way. They do so much more damage because they shoot twice. Okay, let's see. Hydra, Corruptor, Viper. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to find an answer for it, to be honest. But I guess if we take it slow, if we kill some more creep, I can also start some Ravens, perhaps. I do already have all the upgrades. Maybe get Yamato as well. I think if I'm winning in the Eco War... Swarm Host? Okay, fascinating. If I start winning in the Eco War, I could also just go for Battlecruisers here. Let's see, I'm just gonna siege 2 Liberators here to kind of like protect this area. I don't want this area to be killed when I'm not there with my air units, obviously. Let's get some turrets up here as well. Let's see. And then I'm gonna rotate back to the bottom. And I think I actually want to go for a BC switch. But it's... I don't really have enough tech labs right now because I decided to go for Liberators instead. Let's see. I think I might be able to take a good fight down here when he's out there. Is this a hatchery building? No, it's a drone. Let's see. His units are moving. Those rocks are killed, so I need to be very careful with that. I mean, I actually have enough ground units to kill this, or well, ground units, Vikings, I suppose. Yeah, I'll just back off here. It's totally fine, I think. Between my turrets. Or behind my turrets, rather. Get a few more up here. And try to get this. It might also be smart for me to split my army, I think. What if I just harass with like 1,000,000 libs every base? It sounds like a crazy move, but I could totally work out, to be honest. Okay, I'll send a few libs first. And just get them like in every base, basically. That's the plan. Okay, there we go. And then I'll send the rest of the libs after. He's trying to take my base now. Liberators sadly do not attack ground, so that is going to be a bit rough. Guess I'm going to put these on tech lab so I can get one really big remax of Battlecruisers in there. There we go. Need to be so careful for the Vipers, by the way. Oh yeah, we're harassing every single base now. This is going to be really good. And then we're going to use these libs as well now for the same purpose. Let's see. Where did they go? Here they go. Siege this one and this one and this one. And then... Ooh, okay. I did manage to kind of avoid that one. Not the greatest trade ever. Oh, now we can get on top of the Hydras, actually. I know it doesn't sound great to have Vikings attacking Hydras, but this is actually pretty sweet here. I wouldn't be able to attack those otherwise. There we go. Those are a bunch of semi-free Hydras. And I'm still absolutely destroying all of the bases at the same time. Going very well for me here. And I'm getting my sneaky BCs up in the background. I think I started 8 Battlecruisers, which is obviously more than you would normally make. And I'm going to try target down the Vipers. He's once again... Okay, I was going to say he's not throwing down parasitic bombs, but he did throw down a few. Let's see if I can actually get those Vipers here. Oh, yes, he's move commanding those. I think he didn't realize my Vikings were still here. And now he's going to lose all of these Vipers. That is actually so big. The Vipers are by far my biggest nightmare, so that is just fantastic. Does look like he's going for some kind of a counter, though. These Swarm Hosts are, you know, posing more of a problem than I thought they would be. Let's see. Oh, I accidentally grabbed this Liberator. I didn't want to grab it. What's this ground upgrades now? 2-1. Corruptors on 1-1. My saturation could probably be better. Yeah, there we go. And he actually made that hatchery before I could land the CC. Yeah, I'm not sure, guys. This is looking a little bit like a rough one. I'm not sure where all those liberators are. Let's see. I'll try to call them. How many corruptors does he have? He has about 7. Which means that I can one-shot his corruptors, I believe. Probably should go for the same play here. Try to send all my liberators free at the bottom. Try to harass every single base. Let's see if I can... Well, actually, with all the spores, maybe it's not the best idea anymore. I think I'm just going to try to reclaim my camp over here. And probably land those Vikings there. Those should be doing a good job. Get a turret here and there. Turrets are going to be very important here, mostly to spot for burrowed infestors. Let's see. Oh, he's not paying attention. Those are all the Vipers gone, I think. Look at it. Oh, that is so beautiful, guys. All the Vipers gone. And if there's one unit the Viper is not that good against, it's the BC. He made, I think there's 9 Vipers or so he built. And they're just not going to be as useful against the BCs because the parasitic one doesn't do that much damage. And there we go. All right, that was a bit of a hectic game. I feel like we had a really good lead at some point. We let it slip a little bit because we maybe didn't quite find the right transition. I think BCs faster would have made sense. I always talk about how BCs are not that good in a late game, but it's mostly because of the Infestor. Maybe as soon as I killed the Infestors, I could have transitioned to BCs, and that could have been a better answer. But in the end, we got there, obviously. You know, we're still maxed out at 196 supply with a bank, 2.5, 2.3k. Units lost, about 8k in the plus. It's actually a very normal units lost, by the way. This is nothing crazy. That's what a TVZ is supposed to look like. Anyway, that's it for game number 1 against a Grandmaster Zerg. Let's keep it going. All right, game number 2, another Zerg player, Serial, on Waterfall. Also in Team Ghost with Protoss, despite playing Zerg. A little bit of a scam if you ask me, but we'll see. Now, I did actually quite like walling off on the low ground, so I guess we're just going to do it again. Maybe it is going to be a difference maker. Whether it's going to be good or not, I think it's fun to experiment anyway. Obviously, I would always, encourage you guys to experiment in your latter games. I feel like StarCraft, sometimes it can get a little stale if you always play the same stuff. I know it's good for improving, but sometimes it's good to have fun, like I'm doing with these challenges. But obviously, yeah, even in your normal play, you can mix up some experiments here and there. You never know what's gonna work out. I feel like most of the good builds that I invented, I kind of invented them on accident. Like, I would take my gas delay on accident and just kind of try to roll with it, and it ended up working out. So who knows? Maybe this will be my next thing. Maybe I'll do this in my next 100 TVZs. We'll see. Probably not, but maybe. Maybe I'll do it sometimes. Now, there's actually one thing to it, by the way. I think that has been complained about for many years when it comes to the Terran race, is that you cannot choose on what way your add-on goes, or on what side, rather. So if you spawn in this position, you're in a way better spot than if you spawn in the bottom, right? Because I can just build my barracks in the wall here and make my add-ons on the inside, no problems. If I spawned here, if I put my barracks here, my add-on would be in the wall, or I'd have to, like, float it further back. So you can always decide to do this reactively, looking at your spawn. I think there's probably some maps out there where it works on every spawn. There's also probably maps out there where it doesn't work on any spawn. But yeah, you can actually use that to decide as well. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of pro gamers did do that trick back when, they were walling on the low ground, checking the spawn of the map before deciding on the strategy, or in particular the opener. Now, this is actually a small map. This is what I was talking about, by the way. On this map, wait, what was that sound? I thought I heard something being cancelled for some reason. Don't think I built anything. But, yeah, on this map you're gonna see... Okay, we're not being pull firsted, or maybe we are. It kind of looks like a weird hatchery timing, but I think it's just a 17 hatch. Yeah, there you go. Now you're going to see how fast the Reaper is going to arrive, and it's going to be quite annoying for my opponent to deal with. Obviously, there is potential for a caster curse here. Maybe I'll just lose the Reaper right away. But I should have like about 5 seconds extra, or maybe like 3 seconds extra or so to harass with the Reaper, which is going to be very nice. Let's see. Not even any links yet out on the map, actually. That's pretty crazy. There we go. Obviously, you can kill links too. It's not just about drones. You can also just kill the Zerglings. That's the first kill. And there's still about 10 seconds. So actually longer because he played 17 hash. Now there's 10 seconds left before the Queen finishes. So I'm actually doing so much damage already. Force the Spore Crawler. There's 2 links that are low HP. Oh! I did lose it, but I did kill the... I wanted the drone... I'm not sure if you guys saw that. I wanted the drone so bad that I didn't click away even though my Reaper was being attacked. All in all, I think I killed 3 Zerglings and a drone. Way more than you should usually kill. but I usually prefer to have my Reaper alive, so I wouldn't recommend this trade, but, you know, it was fun to see how much I could get away with. I was a little bit flustered by a mosquito flying in front of my face, despite me literally just spraying repellent in my studio, so I think I'm gonna have to complain to whoever sold me this repellent, but, you know, that's for later worries. Now, I think I might actually start... Oh, actually, I'm just gonna kill those Zerglings. He's gonna scout me, but there is, quite frankly, nothing to really scout that is so crazy here. Yeah, there's a reason why Zerg players just, you know, use their normal timings to scout, because he's gonna see I'm doing a 1-on-1. This is nothing he wouldn't just be able to see with his Overlord, so I actually do not care at all. I guess he will know where my buildings are positioned. That could be like an important factor for the future. Oh, I forgot to touch on one thing, by the way, from last game. I did this exact move, where I put the factory on the reactor, despite not being able to make units from it, and it's purely from a mind game aspect, because it makes way more sense to make Hellions in his position than Marines. So I want him to look like it's as normal as possible. If he sees this, he will assume that I'm at least making a few Hellions, or maybe going for like a Widowmine drop or something, but at least it's not just going to be mass Marines, which is countered by just making drones, really, and nothing else. But against Hellions, might have to be a little bit more scared. Now, since I lost the Reaper early, I'm not gonna be able to get good scouting done. But I think overall, the build I did last game, it transitioned pretty well into what I was doing, right? Because I went for Speed Banshees from 3 starports, and I still managed to respond to the mutas in time. Now, the difference is that I did scout the Lair that game, so I had a really good idea of the timing of the mutas, and that might actually be what costs me here. So what I'm gonna do, normally I like to save Banshees. Right now I'm just gonna go across with it straight away, even over the Overlord, just because I want to get a little bit more intel. With Terran, it's always really important that you send out units to harass. Even if you don't want to kill drones, you just need to gather information. Which Terran, I'm not quite sure why it works that way, but I guess Terran is just built that way, that you scout by attacking, pretty much. If you're ever wondering why people still do Mine Drop, even though it always only kills 1 worker, it's because they want to scout, and you need to send out at least 1 thing. Let's check the timing of the Lair. Lair is building. Is there any Roach Warrens or something to see? Baling Nest. Okay, all seems pretty normal to me. Baling Nest, I would probably rather have seen a Roach Warren here, because Banshees are obviously better against Roaches than against Balings. But all in all, it's alright. The Lair was not like super... Oh, I actually made a double eBay there. The Lair was not super fast, so it's all gonna be alright. I think I'm actually gonna start a bunker here. That seems like a decent spot. Here we go. Try to get more and more Banshees up as well. I mean, the CC is not gonna die to this. Spoiler alert. You know, looks cool that he's attacking the command center and all, but in reality, he's just losing a bunch of Zerglings. So... I really don't mind this too much. Didn't even lose the Marine there, so that's nice. Now, this Overseer is very well timed by him. He is going to scout what I'm doing, which sucks for me. But I think his Lair was later than the previous opponent. So I'm not going to switch it to Vikings as early. I'm actually going to wait a little bit longer. Maybe try to get 1 more round of Banshees and then go for it. I'm going to do scan in the natural. Yeah, this pretty clearly looks like Mutalisks to me because of all the gases he has. So I'm actually gonna start turrets already. And then just kind of hope that my Banshees deal damage, really. With a bunch of turrets, I should be able to survive anyway. These queens are not gonna die. Oh, I forgot to transfuse. Well, that's fantastic. I mean, we take those. He definitely should have saved that. Now, where's this? A Hydralisk Den. Okay, no Mutalisk Den. Well, Mutalisk Den, not Den, like a Hydra Den. Not sure if you guys could tell the difference in what I said, but yeah. That's kind of surprising. I feel like he really didn't build both a Spire and a Hydra Den. Once again, trying to kill a command center. Someone should probably tell him that can lift, you know, so he doesn't keep losing like 500 links to kill it. Now, Speed, yeah, exactly. Speed is gonna finish now. And I don't have the count of Banshees yet to one-shot the queens. But I do have enough to actually beat his queens, I think, because there's only 4 queens there. There we go. Gonna kill a lot of stuff for free. Let's see if I can kill a queen here. There we go. He's probably gonna lose these really fast. I think 1 transfuse is actually not enough to save them. Yeah, this is gonna be massive here. Okay, he's doing a pretty good job, but doesn't seem like it's enough. And since he's going for a Hydras, I'm pretty sure... He's going for the command center again. Come on, dude, stop it. it hurts me a little bit. Like, he lost so many links just trying to kill a command center. And finally he gets it low HP that has to lift off, and that's it, you know. I mean, I know the links doesn't have that much other purpose, but he could try running in the natural, he could try targeting the SCVs. But the command center probably the least target, or the last target you want. But I guess I should be happy with it, right? But still, it nags me a little bit. Just two-shot a few Hydras, or one-shot rather. Now I am gonna make Liberators. This is a hard decision here, because I could trade with those. Oh, there's Banelings. Now finally, that's actually a little bit more potent there. Some Banelings going, and that's what I was afraid of all this time. Now Banelings could actually kill this SC if I'm not looking, so maybe I'm gonna have to eat my words soon. I hope it's not the case. I could leave one Liberator here, but I'm not feeling like it. Yeah, this is the tough part. I want to trade with the Hydras, but now he has too many. Actually, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to fly into the main base. I'm going to siege my 2 Liberators here. And then we're going to go for the main. And now I really need to get my planetary fortresses up, else I'm going to get absolutely farmed by a Hydra timing. And that does not sound appetizing to me. Go. I mean, 10 Banshees? How long do they take to kill a Spore? I'd say they probably kill it pretty fast, right? I can't imagine that 10 Banshees are going to take too long to kill a Spore. I mean, there are some transfuses available. I do have enough to one-shot the Queens, by the way. Oh, he's actually here, attacking with everything. Okay, that does surprise me a little bit. Ooh, and I think he's on them a little bit too fast. I'm actually going to siege these Liberators. Actually, this Trident might still be okay. It looks rough, but it might be okay. Keep in mind, I have a lot of damage doing on the other side as we speak. Lair is probably going to go down here. And I'm gonna lose this base. This one can survive. Yeah, this attack totally caught me off guard. I really didn't expect him to attack that early. If I had my Banshees at home, this probably would have been a rough trade for him. But instead, you know, I do lose my base, and that is going to be good for him. Ooh, freaking 4 Hydras finishing from those eggs. That was unexpected. And now he doesn't have a Hydra then anymore. But he does have a lot of freaking Hydras I saw finishing from those eggs. So yeah, I would say that probably was negative for us. I mean, I'm sure it was. Unfortunate. I felt like we were about to get ourselves into a good spot, but instead we ended up yeah, here, which is not great. Now maybe I can seize a few libs. Oh, he's going for this. Yeah, this is another move. This is going to work out pretty well for us. I mean, I have all these speed Banshees. I'm probably not... Oh, this is great. 4 Liberators is actually fighting exactly. Hydras into the libs and the links all into the Banshees. And now I'm just going to go ahead and clean up those Hydras, I think. Gee, don't think I'm going to be in time for the repair that time. Unfortunate. Is this enough Banshees? I'm not sure, guys. It's a little bit of a close one. Those are his last Hydras. Those links actually... What are those They have 2-2 upgrades on the links. Oh, no. I thought we were going to clean those up, but the 2-2 upgrades absolutely ruining my SCVs there. Now, thank goodness I actually made another command center, else I really would have been in trouble here. I mean, we are definitely in trouble, right? Let's not lie. But we did kill all of the Hydras at least. I'm actually going to cancel those Liberators so I can start more Banshees. That's probably the only way I can climb out of this. I mean, he has 5 spores per base, so what am I really going to do here, right? Let's try to just resaturate everything and see how it goes. Okay, I need these Liberators to siege on top of the Queens. If they don't, I have no chance of winning this fight. Okay, so I do get those at least. He's going to counterattack with the links, which is going to be absolute killer move. I'm actually going to try to get into the main here. He doesn't have he doesn't have too many Spore Crawlers. Spore Crawler is actually one of the biggest counters to this challenge, by the way, I've noticed. Like, the Spores, so hard to deal with. But yeah, those 2-2 links actually just went down on my SCVs. That's why I'm so poor right now. I mean, he doesn't actually have a lot left in the main, so that is one thing. Let's try to resaturate the gas over here. These SCVs are probably all gonna die, but I can try to save as many as possible. That's the least thing I can do, I think. Because I might as well try to finish off whatever is left in his main base. You know, his situation doesn't seem to be great. He hasn't remade enough stuff. I'm just kind of afraid there's a Spire somewhere. Most likely there is a Spire somewhere. Wish there weren't, but, you know, what can you do? Now, this Liberator is actually doing fantastic, I have to say. Let's see, so he's trying to take a base here. So his economy is at least decent. Now, what can I kill with these, is what I'm wondering. We're just gonna make more and more Oh, he has Mutalisk now, yeah. Oof. Oh, he didn't kill my freaking Liberators. I mean, those were gonna be free. I did lose all of my turrets, I suppose. Well, I actually have a few turrets left. Could be worse, to be fair. Really thought he was gonna go for... Okay, my bunker. Can one bunker do everything here, guys? That's the question. Answer is probably not, but he's not going for it yet, so who knows? Gonna try my absolute best until it's over. I do have one turret left somewhere. Oh, I actually made another one in the main. That's very nice. I think I'll just try to pull him back. I mean, it's a lot of Banshees. Man, he had so much money. He had like 2k in the bank or so. Else he would never be able to make that much stuff. And sadly for me, he has so many spores on every base that I cannot really deal with it. I think if I get 10 lips out, I could potentially destroy his Mutalisk count. That's the dream. I mean, see, these are already trading quite well here. He's chasing over the turrets, which is really nice. He's taking so much splash damage from these. Just doesn't seem like it's quite enough. Okay, repair this turret. I actually cancelled my thing, so I had more money. Doesn't seem like I could keep it alive, though. Let's get the Spire here. I mean, I really am trying my best, as you guys can see. Let's get this saturated. Oh, this one Liberator could actually go ham here. Or this one turret, rather. It seems like he has overpowered us. I mean, I killed, you know, his Spire. I killed a lot of Mutas. But he's been mining efficiently all this time from like 3 bases at least. Bunker's doing a great job there, though, actually shutting down a bunch of the Mutas here, surprisingly. No, I mean, he's only mining on 2 bases, really. This base is kind of dead. We don't have enough, though, and that's going to be it. GG. Only 107 supply. Guys, this game actually was pretty close. I feel like we almost did it. Maybe if I, like, let's see. Where did it really go wrong? I think pretty much with the first Hydra attack where he broke me, right? Here, I would say the game is pretty even. He's about to have 17 Hydras. And yeah, the biggest problem is just the upgrades. I didn't realize his upgrades were so good on the Zerglings. Like, the supply is even. Realistically, his army is better, but mine has potential here. But yeah, I feel like the first time he broke us on the right side, this is what the game looked like after it. Let's see. Yeah, clear advantage for him. 86 against 74 supply, but with 1k extra. Spire building, way higher income. So I definitely needed to survive that first attack a little bit better. How many CVs did I lose? He killed 77 workers this game. Holy crap. Normally it's us that kill that many. But alright, well, I guess it happened to us for once. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's episode. Normally I play 3 games. Now I want to keep it at 2 because I was recently sick. I'm still a little bit sick. I want to keep it a little bit easier on the throat. I'm sure you guys will understand. So today was just 2 games, but they were 2 absolute bangers. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Adios.